is there.
Yeah. What do you? I mean, obviously, I've seen obviously a lot of the fallout from it. I mean, there's obviously I know Rance mentioned that there's a bigger plan with Southgate. I mean, what do you think? Because
I don't know. I was listening to Rance and I was just, yeah, I see where he's coming from. I hear it,
mm,
but I just don't have an opinion, to be fair. I just don't
yeah,
know because there's a part of me as well that refuses to believe Southgate is the plan because it just doesn't make any sense to
yeah,
me. Like, I just don't
I
want it
want to
to happen.
believe it. Mm,
Exactly. I just don't want to believe it. So I'm just,
mm,
but then again, the thing that we need to know is, are we keeping Ten Hag because we don't have the money to sack him and we need this or this for financial reasons?
mm,
Or are they keeping him because you know what, they did the review and they said, you know what, this guy is, and we can't have access to that information.
yeah,
Regardless, I think it's a terrible decision. And how can Man United, like, are we not top three for income in world football this year? Like, it was released a few months ago. How do we
mm,
not have the money, 9 millions to sack a player, a manager?
yeah.
I don't know, but the Southgate thing, you know what? I just don't want. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to think about it. I just
If they was to bring him in, I don't think I'd be watching him again. That's something. That's something that'd be hard to take. You know.
Yeah, that's the hard pill to swallow. And you know, the funny thing is, because there are some people out there that are over the moon, many of them are over the moon with Ten Hag staying. And
Mm,
if they sack Ten Hag, many of them said Ineos out if they sack Ten Hag.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Now they are happy because oh, Ineos, you have got my support and this and that because you kept. But if they kept him to to bring Southgate, that just puts them in a very, very weird situation. Like,
yeah. I
are
think I
you?
think you mentioned something which was key on the channel actually. So I think you mentioned something when you spoke with Rants. You said about people just want to be right for their own
Yeah,
uses, really. And I make you right because I don't particularly think a lot of these fans are too fussed. I think they just want to use this as an argument to say, look, I wanted Ten Hag to stay, and it's like trying to get back at other fans. But for me, like the fact that Ten Hag's staying, I don't get it. You know what I mean? This doesn't make
don't
any
get it.
sense.
Exactly, because
Um,
now I don't know if you've seen the rappers, the reports, but he's fallen out with Anthony, which we almost knew,
yeah, we kind of knew that anyway. Yeah.
likely, but now it's like confirmed.
Mm,
But this guy is spending money like it's his dad's, and he's just falling out with the players. Like, well, what are we doing here? Like, you bring 85 million for Anthony, like, he's never worth that, and now
yeah.
you're falling out with him. Casemiro, 17 million, which was a lot of money for a player I didn't think we needed. I was not for the Casemiro signing. I didn't want
Yeah.
him to be.
But the thing is, don't you think the Casemiro signing was a club signing?
I don't know. I don't
Because I
know.
think if someone like him becomes available, for me. It's not more or less the manager wanting him. I think he's a player that's available, and the club will just sanction. I mean, even though yeah, it is a lot of money for how old was he? What 30, 31 at the time?
Yeah, yeah, now he's 31, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it is a lot of money. But do you think that was more of a club signing, not Ten Hag pursuing him?
Because the thing is, with a club signing, you expect the player to be part of a project. You expect him to be there for for quite a while.
Yeah.
Like Pogba, for example, I can see that being a club signing back then because when we signed him back, he was 23.
Mm,
Jadon Sancho, the same thing. Donny van de Beek, he was 24, 23 or something like that.
yeah.
Casemiro, it doesn't make any sense for it to be a club signing in the sense that maybe the club signed him, but they just signed him. Like they did not have a plan for it.
Yeah.
Because and as well, midfielder is an area of the pitch where there are many, many different profiles. So you can't just sign a midfielder and expect him to work. Because what
Yeah.
type of midfielder is he? Is he like a Frankie de Jong, like we were chasing all summer? Is he more defensive like Casemiro is? Is he attacking like Florian Wirtz, for example? What is it? Many type of midfield players. So it
Mm,
doesn't make a lot of sense to me for it to be. Maybe it was, but then again, in recently in Ten Hag in an interview when he was asked what it was our identity and our style of play and this and that, he said, and he's arrogant as well, that prick. I'm so done with him. He said, it's very obvious what his identity is. We want to play from the back with Martinez, Casemiro, and I don't know who, and Bruno maybe. I was like, you don't play from the back with Casemiro.
the mirror, yeah, he's bluffing.
You just it
Yeah.
just told me you never watched Casemiro. That means you never watched Champions League games. And he
I
played
think when
against.
this when this guy speaks, I just get fed up anyway. He's just talk
I
so
don't
much
listen.
rubbish. This guy,
Exactly. Yeah. I just watch I read the quotes, but I can't listen to him. He annoys me.
yeah. I think what's happened is very clear. What's happened? He wanted Frankie De Jong. De Jong clearly didn't want to come, and he's panicked and thought, right, what's available? And then what's funny as well, you've got the rivals, obviously, of Barcelona, Real Madrid. Casemiro's available, and I think they just thought, let's appease the fans and get in a big name,
Yeah,
but it
exactly.
doesn't fit the profile of what you want to do in terms of
Absolutely.
midfielder because you don't go from De Jong to Casemiro. That's just obvious.
That's obvious.
Yeah,
That's why I wanted Ruben Neves from Wolves at the time. I said, you know what, 35, 40 million, it makes more sense.
yeah,
He's closer
yeah,
to De Jong than he is to Casemiro, to me at least.
mm,
I was like, okay, fine. If the intention is to play with the ball, so I'd much rather have someone like Ruben Neves, who was
yeah,
captaining his Porto side in a 4-3-3 at the age of 20. I was like, that makes more sense.
yeah. It
But then
does.
again, sense and logic is is overrated these days.
It's not common.
It's not
Yeah,
common. It's
yeah,
fallen out of fashion.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Speak.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, the funny thing as well now with Casemiro, because you know what his problem is now as well. I'm not even too interested now as to who stays and who comes. I couldn't really give a
I
damn now
don't care.
because
I'm not
the
excited.
fact that they've kept this manager, and I think Rance mentioned something as well, which is key. Ten Hag, the negotiations in his contract could actually break down still, because if they do want him out, they could put something in there, knowing that Ten Hag's going to bite back, which is going to force his hand.
Yeah.
And in a way, I'm kind of hoping that happens because
I don't want
I
them to
think
sign.
this guy needs to go. Yeah, he needs to go. But the fact that because they haven't really come out and confirmed that he's going to be there. Obviously, we know it.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if I mean, is there money there to spend? And even if the players that they're looking to bring in, can he make them better? We don't know. So
No, we
yeah,
don't know.
it's
But so far, the evidence is
yeah.
quite showing the opposite. He's not improving people that much, is he?
There you go. There you
Because
go.
what people don't understand is that's another year of Bruno and Rashford being undroppable, regardless of what they do on and off the pitch.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's another year of him falling out with big players, and we
Mm,
need big players like people. Yeah, the wage structure and this and the money. I hear it fine, but we are
mm,
Manchester United. We are not Everton or Palace. We
yeah.
need names as well. Like we need to bring in young talents that will become superstars. But we also need current superstars because we're a big club.
Yeah.
And I think we just lost our ways a bit. That's another year of Ahmad not playing. That's another year of thinking that Maguire, Lindelof can do a job because they are top professionals when actually they need to go ASAP.
Mm.
That's another year of him believing the medical that Luke Shaw is going to be fit. He could just ask me, Luke Shaw is not going to be fit. You know he's not going to be fit.
Mm.
And then if you look at the wages in the last 2 years, we've cleared a lot of money since Ten Hag came in. Like
Yeah.
Cavani left, Ronaldo left, De Gea left, Matic left, Pogba left, Mata, uh, Sancho as well might be leaving now. He's on loan.
Yeah.
Varane is left as well.
Martial.
Martial, exactly, that's the one I was looking for. So that's a lot
Mm.
of money for the wage bill.
But you know what? You know what? Just hearing that. I mean, Man United must be in big problems because we're mentioning all those money that's been saved from them wages. So where's the money then?
Exactly. I think we're in trouble. Financial trouble. I think it's a bit mad at the moment.
Yeah. And the thing is as well, you've lost Martial and Varane, and the team now is considerably weaker. So because as you said, Maguire and Lindelof are going to be there. Martinez, obviously, they're looking to bring in Todibo. Lenny Yoro, he ain't coming. He ain't gonna come to Man United.
He looks too good to come.
Yeah, like I mean, when you hear these reports, I mean, he ain't coming United. It's
Yeah.
it's obvious. I think they're just trying to again appease the fans to try and show that they're trying to do something. If you're Lenny Yoro, why would you come to a team that not in Champions League, not
Hasn't
really
got
doing well? What's the point?
what's the point? Exactly.
Yeah, I
And he's
mean
a young player
Branthwaite
as
as
well.
well.
It makes sense to have him if you have already an established pairing.
Yeah, yeah,
Now you
exactly.
have this guy coming in and say, you know what, this might be the future. So But you
Yeah,
need to have someone like a Varane Martinez centre back
yeah.
partnership, and then you have Euro. I like, yeah, fine, man. That's this
Not
Brathwaite.
not
I haven't watched
not
him
not to
enough.
mention as well. Sorry, not to mention as well the French quartet that's not there no more.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
um, mm,
And yeah, now I think we made an offer for a bid for Brathwaite. I don't know.
Bramthwaite, yeah,
Yeah, I
mm,
haven't watched enough of him. I think my brother likes him. He thinks he's a good
yeah,
player. And I
mm,
think I've watched just very little. I thought he was good, but I don't have really a clear opinion. And I don't like to say things when I don't have a fully like
yeah,
my opinion is not fully formed. But what do you make of him? Because the asking price is ridiculous. 65, 70 million.
yeah. Let me tell you this, yeah. You know what it is? I'll put you simply like this: if he wasn't left-footed, they're not in for him.
Yeah,
I
makes sense.
think what it is, he's a good player, but the fact that he's left-footed, I think when you have left-footed centre backs, I think automatically they just look elegant, technical on the ball
Yeah,
because there
yeah,
isn't there isn't too many of them.
and they bring an
And
element of symmetry.
yeah, basically, but I think, as I said, he's a good player. If you're gonna pay 30 million, 35 million for him, but the figures that they're talking about, you just walk away straight away.
Hey, man's
Um,
50 million.
because even if you buy him, yeah, he's not gonna replace Martinez. So you're not gonna spend that amount of money on him, really. So I don't see this. I don't see that one. I mean, why not just go and get a Max Kilman from Wolves if you're gonna go and get English? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, who will cost you less money. But yeah, I think he's a good player, but I don't see why United are chasing him. I think there's other players out there that they can kind of get for cheaper.
because
Um,
we need a right-footed center half as well. That's the thing now. Because
yeah,
Martinez is fit now. Let's suppose he's fit and he stays fit.
yeah,
Well, you need someone to play next to him, and I'm not here for Lindelof or
nah.
Maguire.
Well, they're banking on Tadibo, aren't they? From Nice.
Yeah, maybe because that's an easier deal to do, so they are not really on it at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think Everton need the money before the 1st of July or something. So maybe that's
Oh,
why.
is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
because of financial things, I think they need to clear money, not to
Yeah.
make money in order not to be in trouble. So that's why
Yeah.
I think maybe you're going for that.
But you know what, as well, I see something yesterday that there's going to be new owners at Everton, and they might
Yeah,
look at it and think, well, we might sell him for more now, or might not sell him.
and I
So,
think those owners are. I think it's Saudi Arabia.
oh, really?
I think Saudi Arabia. I think it's again it's
Right.
royal family, but they are going to do just like Qatar did with PSG and United, like separate entities. But we know